Can you really save money by getting medical treatment abroad? Today we talk to a patient from the UK who travelled to the Isles of Crete near Greece to get his complex dental problems solved. Then we introduce you to Patrick from Oxford and find out why he chose to become a dental tourist. Patrick, just tell us why you chose to go overseas to have this dentistry work done.
Well, first reason is dentists here are really expensive, but my mouth had 100 different solutions to 100 different problems, literally done by 100 different dentists, so nothing really tied together. Long teeth, short teeth, a bridge, a denture, it all looked horrible.
What prompted you to do it? I mean, obviously there are times when you see yourself smiling in a picture. Was it that prompted you to actually take the action to go abroad?
Quite often when you get your picture taken, and I did, you know, you see those defects in yourself. And I'm not saying that I'm vain, but I think it's a natural thing. You look at yourself and you see your belly, you see your teeth, you might see your sticking out ears, but I could see my teeth clearly, all different shapes and sizes and colours, and I didn't like it.
So why didn't you opt to take treatment here in the UK?
Well, I did, in a way. At least I looked into it. But, you know, dental charges are vastly expensive here. I think this is one of the most expensive countries in Europe to get teeth fixed. They're really expensive. So that project of spending as much as a small car on dentistry would have been out of the question.
So what made you choose then to go overseas? I mean, you're talking about cost, but if you think about it, if you're flying overseas to have your teeth done, you're now talking about flights, you're talking about hotel bills. There's a whole raft of other things that now are taken in for account. And for many people as well, also being away from work is going to be a big deciding factor. So why do it that way? And it's a difference great enough to allow that to be a consideration?
Well, I'd read about these things called dental holidays, and generally they're to the north of Europe, perhaps to Hungary or Poland or places like that, where prices are cheaper. And you know what? I didn't really fancy going to a northern climate. So I did some research on the internet to see if there was a southern alternative. And my wife and I were going on a holiday to Crete. And we thought, let's have a look and see if Crete has a dental clinic that does this. And we found one. We found a very good one.
Now, one problem that I think a lot of people have is when they make the decision to actually do this, regardless of where they go, be it Northern Europe or where you went to Crete, it's knowing the quality of the work. How did you assess that?
Well, I had a look at the website of one particular clinic, and it had the Watt Clinic Award for customer service and a 5-star rating with them, which is a pretty good measure of quality. So they're the clinic that I approached first of all, and they were in Crete, as we say, in a place called Gentle Dental Abroad. So I knew that they specialised in treating patients from other countries where dental prices were far more expensive.
So tell me, what did you have done?
So in my case, Steve, I had a lot to do. I had a full makeover top and bottom.
Now let's have a look. We've got a picture of this, so just talk us through what's on the screen now.
Well, you can see, compared with the last picture, if we flip back to the before photograph again, now to the today photograph, you can see all of my top teeth are nice and straight.
Gosh, that is a real difference, isn't it?
I've not had tooth whitening, but my bottom teeth now, you can see, match the top teeth in colour. All of these lower incisors have been replaced and crowned. I have bridges at the back, so I've got a full arch top and bottom. I think 24 teeth were done in the end, bridges, crowns, implants, and it took me 3 weeks end to end.
Now, a lot of us have a bit of a phobia when it comes to going to a dentist. What about the treatment itself? Was it what you expected? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'll just have to tell you, Steve, that for something like 20 years, I had an extreme dental phobia, so I'm very sensitive to dental treatment. In fact, I didn't go to the dentist for 20 years. When we went to the clinic, first of all, the name says it all. I think Gentle Dental on the tin says their approach is absolutely soothing, puts you at ease, highly professional, and I was put at ease straight away.
Well, I was going to say to you, obviously you've had a phobia about going to dentists, hence the reason for the problem in the first place. How did they resolve that for you?
Well, it's just the chairside manner is pretty good. You know, dentists, when I was a school kid, dentists were pretty brutal. They'd show you the syringe squirting anaesthetic into the air. The tools they used were things...
The sound of the drill.
Yeah, sound of the drill. Horse pliers for extracting teeth. All of those things set up your fear. But nowadays, much of that is out of your vision. Things are far more discreet, and that's really what puts me at ease.
A lot of people will be asking the question, do you do this high season, do you do this off season? What's your recommendation?
Well, if you're a savvy shopper and you really want to get the price ratio the best possible, go off season, because there are less people around, the beaches are less crowded, the weather's just about the same, and there are many advantages. I mean, we haven't said this, but if I got this work done in the UK, it would have cost £25,000. In Crete, about £7,000. So there's a big difference in the price. You know, so when we say dental holiday, the difference between the English cost, British cost, and the Crete cost is huge, more than pays for the holiday.
The facilities actually at the surgery where you had the treatment carried out, would they be the same as what you would expect in, shall we say, your local dentist here in the UK?
I'll say absolutely state-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art hygiene, everything there. But beyond that, the dentist in question, Dr. George Antonopoulos, trained as a dental technician before going into dentistry. So he really understands, I think he's pretty well uniquely qualified, what it takes to replace teeth, make bridges, all those things. Fantastic guy to deal with as well. Lovely guy, friendly, you know, they speak English perfectly, German, French, Dutch. They're so gifted with languages that you're immediately at home. We saw people from all kinds of destinations there as well, and they were conversing with them in their own language.
Was it really an opportunity also to have a holiday? A lot of people would look down their nose a little bit at it and say to themselves, well, okay, I'm going away, I'm going to this beautiful island of Crete, and for half the time I'm going to be in a dentist chair. Was it also a holiday as well? Very
much so, because Crete is a beautiful island. You know, there's history, beaches, mountains, you name it, they have it. And it is truly a wonderful, relaxing place to be in. And if you want a high-pressure holiday, do everything you can. If you want to just be by the beach, the dental clinic itself is right beside the sea, literally out of the chair, 2 minutes, you're on the beach. So my wife and I found that we could have an hour in the dental chair, having some treatment, and immediately walk out and be at a beachside taverna. And it was like that. We weren't in some capital city, which isn't terribly relaxing. We were in a lovely holiday vacation destination.
I mean, it does sound extraordinary. Just explain the process. So you were catching flights from one of the London airports, from Gatwick, I understand?
Took off from Gatwick, and I can tell you now, cost of the flight was about £100. We went low season. You can find lower cost flights. We stayed at a beautiful resort, and in fact, we've been there 3 times now. The first resort was luxury, and it was €18 a night. This time we found a better place, which I'd rate as 4 or 5 star, and that was £30 a night. So there's no shortage of bargains in accommodation or flights. Meals out cost next to nothing, 10 or 12 euros. So it really is a bargain environment. Wages are far lower in Greece and Crete, and so are property rentals, so everything is scaled down.
Now, we've shown a couple of pictures as you've been talking about your smile before and after, but you've also shot some video as well. Tell us about the videos that you shot.
Well, we had plenty of time to visit beautiful places up in the mountains, by the beaches. You might be able to see in the background now a typical beach there. Absolutely fantastic. Whether you want upscale or budget, you can find it all there. Lovely hotels. If you want to take a trip up into the mountains, as we did, to a place called the Lasifi Plateau, the most spectacular plateau set in the mountains you can imagine. So every day of our holiday, even on the days when we had dental treatment, straight away afterwards, out of the chair.
To relax.
Yeah, to relax. So that contrast is fantastic.
And did you take any video of the actual treatments themselves, just to get a bit of a feel about where the actual work was done?
Well, funny enough, the dentist, Dr. George Antonopoulos, said, do you mind if we film some of this? And I said, well, yes, you can go ahead and do it. We filmed every stage of having implants in, having crowns prepared, the before, the after. Everything was filmed all the way through. So I think we made something like 30 different videos. photos while we were there, just as a record. And nowadays, you know, these things get posted on their Facebook page and on their website, and I think that's one of the things that helps people make an intelligent decision about where they're going to be treated.
Now, do you have any websites that we can go to? You talked there about the Facebook page. Can we see those videos on the Facebook page?
You can see every video, and their Facebook page is Gentle Dental Clinic Crete, Gentle Dental Clinic Crete, and their website, where you'll also find the videos, is gentledentalabroad.com.
I think the thing about all of this is that if you are thinking about getting dental treatment, particularly if you're a UK resident, you may find that the cost may be prohibitive to the treatment that you actually need. Could this be a way perhaps for you to not only get a holiday but also get a fantastic radiant smile once again? Well, if Patrick's experience is anything to go by, then surely it must be something that you should be considering. So once again, check out those websites that are on the page or on the video right now in front of you. Go there, have a look at the videos, examine them, see what you think, and maybe it could be a solution for you in the future. Once again, Patrick, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
My pleasure, Steve. Thank you.
I feel absolutely fantastic, and I'm overwhelmed actually at how wonderful it looks. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I'm really, feeling emotional about it.
And just to recap, what was wrong with the previous crown done by a British dentist? What was wrong with it?
It was the wrong shape, it was the wrong colour, it was sticking out, it was sticking out at the back, it was sticking out at the front, and every photograph I've seen of myself the last few years, I've always been very self-conscious about it and never wanted like a close-up photograph of myself, because I was always very conscious of that tooth showing in the photographs.
And you develop that habit of putting your hand in front of your mouth when you smile, which is not unusual. A lot of people do that if they're a little bit nervous about their dental work.
Yes, I was very self-conscious about it. I kept putting my hand up to my mouth without realising it really over many, many years. And now I feel as if I can smile with confidence. I probably still do it unconsciously, but now I can smile with confidence and I feel absolutely overwhelmed.
Well, the big question is, there must be a lot of people who would consider coming here to Crete, to Gentle Dental Abroad, to get dental work done, not only because of the price advantage, but because of the quality advantage too. What would you say to those people about thinking about coming here to Gentle Dental?
Honestly, if you were thinking about having a crown done or any kind of treatment done, do not hesitate at coming to visit Gentle Dental and seeing George. His work has been absolutely fantastic, very accurate, very careful, very conscientious, with the technician as well. They've been backwards and forwards, making sure that the crown is absolutely the perfect colour to match my other teeth. I've never known anything like it, so it's honestly, don't hesitate. Absolutely don't hesitate and come out here and have your treatment here.
And one more thing I'm going to ask you to do, the final proof of it is give us a big smile, please, Ingrid.
Here. Kalispera. Efarasto, George. That means thank you, George, very much, and your team. Thank you.